Derek, your thoughts of what do they need to do in Game 4? What do you need to see that carries over from Game 3 to Game 4 to even the series up?
I mean, in all honesty, I think their game plan is pretty sound at this point. Like, they figured out the rebounding differential. I thought their defense on Brunson took a step back. If there's anything that, bullshit Hartenstein floater that he gets every time Joel Embiid drops off.
What is he like?
He's like
14 or 15 on that shot.
He's made everyone.
Series.
It drives me nuts. Every gosh darn, he's this series Aaron Baines.
It's
really driving me nuts. But a way to defend that, Nick Nurse tried to put Tobias on him for a second.
I don't know how you defend that because he's setting a screen and then Jalen is probing the baseline and just dropping. I don't know what you do.
Like I said, in the third quarter, Nick put Tobias on him for like 5 possessions and put Embiid on Hart so he could roam off of him. But Hart's making every three he's thrown up there, so there's no perfect answer to that. But more or less, like, I think their scheme is fine. They've just, like, if you can get role players, I thought they came out and they tried to get Kelly established a little bit earlier there in the first quarter, maybe get him going, and certainly he had his best offensive game of the series. Mm-hmm. But you would love to see a couple more role players, maybe give Tobias a touch early, even though he's been pretty much worthless offensively the entire series. But you've got to do something.
Maybe give Tobias a touch never. How about that? That's where
I'm not talking a mid-post up or something like that. I'm just saying a touch. But something to get role players going because you are relying on Maxey and Embiid in an absurd degree. And through 3 games, they've been 3 for 3. But it would be great if somebody else did something.
Kyle, your thoughts? Game 4?
Maybe just hope that Josh Hart is not Ray Allen. It's kind of because look, Brunson, you want to talk about, it's like, oh, they only won by so much. Joel scored 50. Brunson had a big game last night. And it still was not
39-13, right? 12, 13.
Still not that close down the stretch. Like, New York's offense has been buoyed big time by the offensive rebounding. They did not hurt Philadelphia as much last night. I think if you go down to on the percentages, both teams were essentially dead even on the offensive rebounds. The raw totals tilted in New York's favor because they missed more shots. So I think they're going to have to figure out a better, or at least adjust a little bit to stop Brunson next game. I think he probably has settled in a little bit against it's been a lot of rear view contests and helping off of shooters like Hart. And so now that he's seen it for 3 straight games, I think his passing reads were pretty good last night on top of the scoring. So he might be able to really kill you in Game 4 if you show him those same looks. I don't think Nick Nurse is someone who is going to rest on his laurels and just say, yeah, we're just going to keep doing the same thing against him. I think they'll probably switch up some matchups. They'll play a little bit more zone. They'll throw some things at him. But yeah, look, I think I said it after Game 2. I think the Sixers have been the better team in every way except for the effort, the hustle plays, the rebounds. And again, that is a credit to New York and the way they play. They grind you down. They play physical. Their brand of basketball is making every possession count and sometimes turning one possession into 2 and 3 and 4 opportunities. And they deserve an immense amount of credit for the way they're able to leverage that in the first 2 games of this series. The Sixers have responded. They've done a better job of cleaning that up. And as they've done so, they have started to pull ahead. So I think, as simple as it sounds, if the Sixers can maintain or at least keep it around even in the possession battle and the rebounding battle, I think they're going to win. I think they've had the 2 best players in the series. And so I think that will end up mattering more as long as they can control all the extra stuff.
Josh Hart, by the way, in the 3 games, averaging 21 points, 11.3 rebounds, 3.7 assists, shooting 52% from 3 on 7.7 attempts a game. So there's that.
You could, and people are saying, well, stop leaving him open. And I agree. At some point, you got to contest those shots.
They do now.
Even if they leave him open, though, like the odds of him shooting 50 whatever the fuck percent from 3 over the next 3 games are very low. Like, there's got to be a regression coming. He's not that good of a shooter.
Well, when he misses badly, too.
But
that's the thing.
But he follows his shot.
Yes.
So oftentimes, shooter knows where the ball is going. He follows his shot and gets that offensive rebound more times than not. So it's still a decent shot because there's a pretty good chance that he might at least crash the glass, get the rebound, or someone else picks it up off a deflection because he does that. But I agree with you. There's no way he can.
can't.
You have a series where guys just have a series.
And again, if he does,
he can't keep that up.
Tip your cap to him, right?
It's like,
it's
when I come in and have 2 good shows in a row, everybody knows I'm going to have a bad show. I'm just not good enough to have 3 in a row. He's not good enough to have 4 games in a row. It's
What was
just
this one? Was this a good one for you or a bad one?
not. I'm kind of tired. I feel like it was probably low energy.
All right, you've been on the road a lot.
I just
okay.
didn't get a good night's sleep. I don't know. Then it happens.
I think it's being
Bad
on
and
the
a little
road.
bit of upper respiratory. Might be sinuses. I don't really know yet. We'll see. We'll find out.
We all silly like the mayor.